Hello, today we're going to begin on with the law of sine. The law of sine. So remember, the law of sine is if we take a non-right triangle, if we wanted right triangle, we would use our SOHCAHTOA. And we label our vertexes A, B, and C, and our side lengths, little a, little b, and a little c. We can put in here that the sine of our angle measure is over our side length. The sine of our angle measurement is over our corresponding opposite side length, because sine is opposite over hypotenuse. And then our sine of our angle measurement is over our sine length. We can put these, you can also write them as A over sine of our angle A is equal to B over our sine of our angle B, and our C length, our side length C is over our sine of angle C. So these A, B, and C are side lengths and A, B, and C are angles. Okay, so this is our law of sines in here. So we're going to take this problem, and I'm going to just put in here, we're looking for, we did yesterday finding the side length. Today we're going to be looking for the missing angle. And in this one, we'll find missing angle B. So we are given in here, we'll just label these as A, B, and C. And then we know we can put in here that A, our opposite one is, our side length A is 85. Our side length B is 105. And our side length C is unknown. We do know that by looking at this, we do not have a right triangle. So the law of sines can be used when we don't have a right triangle. If we had a right triangle, we would use SOHCAHTOA. So we're going to put in here what we do know. We know that the sine of 34 over our side length, a corresponding one across from it, remember sine is opposite, so our opposite side is 85. It's going to be, and we're looking for the side length B, is our sine of angle B over the corresponding side, which is 105. So we're going to cross multiply in here. We have 85 times the sine of B is equal to 105 times the sine of 34. We're going to divide both sides by 85. And then the sine of B is equal to 105 times the sine of 34 divided by 85. So let's figure out what is the sine of 34. We know it's a decimal value, but we don't remember exactly what it is. So the sine of 34 is 0.5592. So the sine of B equal to 105 times 0.5592 divided by 85. So the sine of this, we're going to multiply that all together. So 0.5592 times 105 divided by 85 gives us 0.6908. So the sine of B is equal to 0.6908. Now, we know how to find a missing angle given that we have its decimal value. So if we're doing this in here, the sine of this, we need to be thinking about our inverse. So sine, the arc sine of B is equal to 0.6908. Or we could say that B is equal to the arc sine of 0.6908. 0.608. So we can punch this into our calculator. To find this, we do the second of sine, 0.6908, and we get in here second sine, 0.6908 is B. The angle measurement is 43.69 degrees. 43.69 degrees. So if we wanted to find C, we could do it by subtracting 180 or using this whole method to find the angle C. So let's take a look at another one. So in here, we have our value. So in here, we have we're going to just label how we want. So A, B, and C. So our side length, so I'm going to put over here on the side, our A is 150, our B is unknown, and our C is 125. We have an angle measurement of angle A. So I'm going to see if I can, well, not in this one. I was going to move it, but it doesn't really matter. So, so we're going to have in here, and we're looking for, let's say we'll look for the missing angle C. So what is the missing value angle of angle C? So we're going to, we do know the angle measure for A. So the A is the sine of 28 over 150 is equal to, and we're looking for C, is the sine of angle C over 125. So we cross multiply. We have a 125 times the sine of 28 is equal to 150 times the sine of C. Divide both sides by 150. And then we can do our, the sine of C is equal to that mess. So what is it? The sine of 28 is 0.4698. So 125 times 0.4698 divided by 150. So we take that number times 125 and divide by 150. We are given that the sine of C is equal to 0.3912. So we can do the inverse sine of 0.3912 is equal to the angle measure C. Second sine button, 0.3912 gives us 23.03. So C is equal to 29.03 degrees. Okay. All right, let's do one more and then we'll be done. I'm going to call this A, B, and C. And I think we'll find angle B. Missing angle B. Now you'll be told which one, but for our practicing purposes in here. So I'm going to just tell you. So practicing A is 90. B is unknown, and C is 38. So the sine of angle A, which is 125, divided by 90 is equal to, and we're looking for angle B. Oh, might as well change it. We don't have a value for angle B. We'll do angle C. So the angle C is the sine of C over 38. Cross multiply. 90 times the sine of C is equal to 38 times the sine of 125. Divide both sides by 90. And the sine of C is equal to 38 times the sine of 125 is 0.8191 divided by 90. Take that number, 0.8191 times 38 divided by 90 gives us the sine of C is equal to 0.3459. Now this 90 that we're looking at right here, this 90 is a side length. If that were an angle measurement, then that would be that we would use the SOHCAHTOA. Whenever we have a right angle, we always use SOHCAHTOA. So once we have this here, we can say that C is equal to the arc sine of 0.3459, or the inverse. So we'll do the inverse of that. And we have our angle measurement as C is equal to 20.23 degrees. Okay? So once we know that, we could use any number of ways to be able to find the angle measurement of B. We could use our law of sines again, or we could possibly use our, we could use all of the angles inside, add to 180. There's a lot of variety that we can do. All right, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.